today?
We're going to be learning try, accept, and more ways of error handling.
When is temperature Python like how much days is it or like how much classes is it?
I'm sorry?
Like how much classes in total do we have? Like when will it end this temperature Python thing? This class.
I think it's going to end in like 3 or 4 more classes.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Um, since we had no courses for like class for 3 days, how about we do a little review? I made a GIMP kit. Um, Let me share my screen. All right. Okay, first, how was everyone's break? How was everyone's Thanksgiving? Was it nice?
Yeah, sure, but I don't celebrate anything new.
Oh,
I mean,
well,
yesterday I did get an electric scooter.
oh yeah, that's amazing. That's great. Yeah. What about you, Prabab? How was your Thanksgiving?
I didn't celebrate it.
Well, hey, at least all of us got a lot of sleep, so
Yeah.
yeah, that's good. Do you guys want to play Fishtopia? Or let's
Anything's fine.
okay, let's do Fishtopia. 7 minutes should be fine. Let's see. All right, all right. I'm gonna share the code. Yeah.
I'm just joining. Wait, code is 98475. Let me just join game. 98475. 98475. Okay.
Are you in? Oh yeah, I see you.
I'm getting it. Yeah, that's me, but then. Wait, I never played Fishtopia, so what are we supposed to do?
You're supposed to, well, get bait and then Okay, how about wait, I'm gonna spec to you. Go down.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, go to like a pond.
Pond
Yeah,
right
like
here.
the water, yeah. And then fish. No, 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 no. Go back, go
Oh,
back. Yeah, over there. Just yeah. And just like fish for fish.
oh, I'm out of bait.
Yeah, and then you can answer questions to get bait. And once
Oh,
you
what
get
is?
fishes, there's like different rarities, and then you can sell them for cash, and then you can upgrade your fishing rod to get better fishes and stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah, the person with the most cash at the end wins.
Okay. We resist. Wait. What is my stream? I don't understand this.
What's the question?
It says, what does underscore string ratio 1 3 do the string my string equals A B C D E F J I J K L M N O P. I mean LMN.
Hmm.
Is it
Do you
is
remember like the notation that like allowed you to like create like find if a word is a palindrome, you can flip it and stuff?
no?
Do you remember that? No. Well, that's why we're doing the game kit. I'll do a quick review after the game kit.
Okay.
Um, but the answer to that question is it selects every third character string, starting from the second character.
Okay.
Yeah.
For the list, my list equals 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. -1 equals 50. Finally, one bait. It said I got $2, but then it doesn't show me. I got $2.
Let's see. That's weird.
Did I just get scammed?
Did you sell your fish?
How do you sell your fish?
Okay, go to like your left, to the
How
left.
to shop?
No, it's the other direction, left. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
over there. It says sell station.
A
Like
sell
down.
station. Okay.
It's down. It's not.
Whoops. Oh, not
Wait, go
tickets.
back.
Wait, where? Oh,
Wait.
down?
Yeah, go back and go down. Okay, stop and go down. Yeah, there, sell station.
Okay, +2. Okay, now I understand. Boat launch. Wait, why? Hmm.
Why do we keep getting common fishes?
I don't know, it's just based on luck.
Wait, does it
But
go with if
we
you
can't
throw your
upgrade it?
bait? Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, I think you have to upgrade like your fishing rod or something.
I mean, you should go to like a new place. If you get like 10 cash, you can go to a new place. You know what? I'm gonna play with you guys. Like the ending game kit, we'll play together.
Seriously, $1. I'm stuck between a cell station. $7. Seriously, that's it. Let me see if I can upgrade anything. Gear shop. Game over.
Game over. Yeah, 7 minutes. Okay. So let me just
I
quickly
got
review.
second place.
Hey,
Seriously.
that's good. Second place. It's good.
I mean, there's only 2 people.
Uh, Still, that's second place is podium. So okay.
How did bro get $14?
Just build
I
the
answered I answered most of the questions correctly.
Mm. Okay, well, this is what we're gonna learn today. Let me just do a quick review of last time's. So last time we learned string splicing. It's called splicing. You have a string, right? Okay. So the first thing, so there's like these invisible colons. Um, you can put in an index in here and it will get the value at that index if you have no colons and only one number. So the index is 0, and at the 0th index is S. If you do the indexes, say 5, it should return this S because that's at index 5. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, if you add another one, it's going to get all the values from the starting index up to the ending index. So in this case, it would print R, like Rvesh. It starts at the second index, which is 0, 1, 2, R, and it goes all the way up to, in this case, the last index because you didn't put any number down. If you put a number down, let's say 4, then you would get starting at index 2 up to index 4. So index 4 is E, but that is not included because it's up to the index. It does not include the last index. So that's how you do that. And say you wanted to, also you don't have to put the zeros there because Python assumes that. Say I wanted to reverse the direction of this, or do -1. This is how you read it. By default, it's set as 1, so you read it from right to left, but you could do -1, and that will read it from left to right. My bad, right to left. Yeah, if you do 1, then it's left to right, and if you do -1, it's right to left. You could do 2, -2, and it's going to read it right to left, but it's going to read every other character. So in this case, it would say HERS. Positive 2. So it's going to start here. It's going to read every other character. So like SREH. So that was last week's lesson pretty much. Okay. So this week we're going to be learning about try, except, and finally. Okay. So what do these 3 things do? let's start with just try accept. Actually, let's just start with this statement. Let's comment all of this out and let's just do this. So what do you think is going to happen when I run the code? It should result in an error because E is not defined. We never made E equal to anything, so it will lead to an error. Once, yeah, see? Name E is not defined. If you had something like this, then it will work. But there's an error. So how do you want to, like, how do we deal with the error? Like, what if you have thousands and thousands of lines of code and you're working on an app or something, and you don't want this error to just like stop your program? Because that's bad, like if you had like an API, if you had like a server, right? And then there's multiple people trying to connect to the server, and if there's an error somehow because something happened, maybe the user provided a bad input or something, like in this case, wait, remember this, x is equal to 10, or input. I'll just keep it like that. And then say hi, something like that. So you can obviously see the error here. It's like the int, um, it can't concatenate a string to an int. You have to cast this as a string. But say like, what if x, like what if the user sends in x and it's not the data type that you want it to be? It's going to throw an error. And once it throws the error, our program is just like shut down, So we need a workaround around that. And so we use this. This is try. It's a keyword and it's so important to writing good code. So if something happens, okay, so first the program is going to try to run the thing inside of the body of the try. So in this case, it will try to run print E. If it does not run print E, if there's an error, then it will go to the accept and it will do this. So print E, as we saw earlier, throws an error because E is not defined. And if you run it again, it handles that error perfectly. So that's the power of try except. You also have another one. Finally, finally say print s, or I don't know, whatever. It's going to basically, okay, first it's going to try to run this. If it doesn't work, it's going to run except, as you see here. And then finally it's going to print s. It's as simple as that. If this does work, then if the try works, then it will not do the accept part, but it will do the finally part. So print ES. What if you want to print the error, but you don't want your program to shut down, like then you would do exception as, and then you can name a variable. I named it E, and then you do that. And there was no exception, there was no error because E is properly defined and stuff. But if you do that, E is not defined. Let me name that something else. Let's do like X, yeah. X is not defined. That will throw an error. And this will say what error? So name X is not defined. That's the error. And guess what? Your code didn't stop, and you can still do other stuff down here, like print hello there user or something. It's not going to stop your code because of this error. This is especially useful if you want to know what the error is. Like I said, in APIs, you have multiple different computers trying to connect to a server, and if one of them sends in the wrong data type, like if you want a string but they sent in like a int or something, then you have to use try except, or else it's going to like break your whole computer. It's going to stop the code. You can also like just identify errors with this. Ah, you have to concatenate this. So that's the error. Name X is not defined. Let me give you guys an example. So let's say we want the user to enter a number. And let's put this in a try. Actually, let me show you without a try. And then you just want to print the number. Like that. Okay? I'm the user. And if I put in 5, it all works because 5 is a number. Let's do this. I have to cast it as an int. Because this will be a string. So 5 is a number. Actually, let me put the int over here. That's better coding. So it works, right? But what if I put in something that's not a number? Like, what if like I put in this random character? It's going to throw an error, you know? But we don't want it to throw an error. We just want the user to just like keep giving us data. So what we could do is we can put this in a try. And make sure you indent it correctly because indentations matter. And accept print that is not an int. Try again. And then we can have like a while loop to make them do it all over again. Yeah, let's put all of this in a while loop. Let's see. How do we want this to be? Let's make another variable. Let's make actually no, we could just make this while true. And then indent all of this because it's in a while loop. And we use break over here. So after this line of code, you use break and exit the while loop. So if you run this, enter a number, 7. Yeah, our code works. Enter a number. T. Oh, that's not a number. U. Oh, whoa. Look at that. Our program is now resistant to the bad inputs that the user gives us. Isn't this amazing? So yeah, that's try and accept. Well, we could put the print in finally, I guess, but actually no, we can't
Well,
because
uh,
Okay, any questions?
But can we not use a for loop for this? I mean, while loop for infinite loops. But then, what if we want to use a for loop?
I don't see how you would use it for the specific situation because you don't know how many times the user's gonna mess up, you know? The user might mess up for like 1,000 tries and you don't know like how many tries they're gonna mess up for. For a for loop, you need like a set number of tries that they're going to mess up. So like let's do this example. For I in range 2. Okay? So it's going to run this 2 times. Okay, so say I put 5, it should work. What if I put T? It doesn't work. Why? What happened? Well, you only ran the loop
Okay,
2 times. Yeah.
sure. But what if I like ask the user how much times and then make that as like a variable and then put that inside range?
Well, here's the thing. If you ask the user how many times they're gonna mess up, like I I don't see how that works, you know, like
Well, we could use it for we could use for loop for something else, right? Like ha I don't know what like
mm, for
can
getting
we
user.
use yeah, can
Mhm.
we use for loop in any while loop situation?
Yeah, you could definitely use for loops in any while loop situation, especially if the while loop is like not while true. But like when you're getting user input, it's always best to use like a while true
Okay.
loop. Yeah.
If you want like an infinite amount of thing.
Yeah, exactly. Like what if they mess up an infinite amount of times? You
Okay.
know?
Yeah.
It's like I just keep doing that. It's always going to work. I'm not even going to enter
Okay.
anything. I'm just gonna press enter. It's always gonna work.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and it doesn't break down or anything. Yeah. Any other questions?
No, not really.
Okay,
Maybe we
so
could do a Ginkit again.
let's do it. Let's do.
We can we do a like a easier one? A
Oh yeah,
little
day
easier one.
14. The thing that we learned today.
Okay.
Oh wait, what is raising an exception? So let me just tell you the answer. Raising an exception is like here. Let me do that. So it's this thing, raise. So basically, you have an exception, which is basically the error, right? And as E means like you're setting that exception to be E. And then you're just raising E. So it's going to stop your code. This is, yeah, it throws the exception. It like, so if we had this by its own and didn't have all of this, it would do the same thing. But with this, it will throw it again. It will raise the exception. And this is especially useful when you're making something. Let me think of a good use case for this. It's like if you want to make like custom errors, you know? Like right now the error is name X is not defined, right? But what if your code is a lot more complex? And I mean someone did this for us. Like the creators of Python, they did raise and whatever and then all this, right? They did that for us. But like in the future when you have really complex code and you want to create your own error message, then you would use this. You would make a new exception and you would raise that exception. That's this question right here. What is raising an exception? And you use the raise keyword to raise an exception. Okay, I think we're ready. Do you guys want to do Fishtopia again?
We could do capture the flag.
Okay, yeah, we could do capture the flag. It's going to be a 1v1. 10 minutes. Yeah, 10 minutes is fine. Okay, join up, everyone.
Yeah, I joined.
Okay. Ooh, I can customize teams. Hmm. Yay, perfect. All right, let's start game.
You can customize the teams. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Where's my flag? Oh, there's energy. Oh yeah, I forgot. This is yeah.
Yay. Okay, good job. I think there's one. Yay, nice. Okay. So homework for today, for this week, for this class. In unit 9, 9.5 is your homework. Exceptions. You could do more practice if you want, and then there's exercise and then the check your understanding. All right, let me share my screen. I forgot to share my screen. Okay, over here. Module 9, unit 9.5, exceptions. And then there's all of these cool practices and assignments to do. So that's your homework for this week. Okay, bye everyone. Have a nice day.